Shannon, it's getting interesting. Where's the better fit for Deshaun? Atlanta or New Orleans?
Skip, I like both of these situations, and let me tell you why. Very, very heavy African-American fan base.
Yep.
So he's going to get the support. Now, everybody's not going to support because, as you mentioned, you know who you're bringing in, and you know what he's been accused of.
You do.
Deshaun Watson's going to have, if he thought he had to have thick skin before,
I agree.
He's going to have to grow the thickest skin, elephant skin, armadillo skin.
Yep.
Because when he goes on the road, a la what Ben Roethlisberger had to do for the rest of his career after that incident that happened in Atlanta.
Agreed. He's
going to hear that. Atlanta would be great. He grew up in Gainesville, which is not very far. Michael Vick is a god. Michael Vick is still a god in Atlanta. New Orleans, African-American fan base, they would rally behind him. All that being said, I believe New Orleans is the better situation because Michael Thomas comes back. You have Alvin Kamara, you have Callaway, you have Harris, you have some receivers. It's being reported that the offensive tackle, Teron Armstrong, is waiting to see.
Yes.
Before he make his decision.
And you can argue he's the #1 free agent on the market.
Yes. So he's like, okay, I'd be willing to come back to block for that young man. Now, so for me, I believe New Orleans would be a better situation because if he goes to Atlanta, who he throwing to? Kyle Pitts? Who the running back? I can't name the running back. So who is he going to be throwing to? Now, Skip, if he goes to Atlanta, he's going to be in a very similar situation that he just got out of Houston. Remember when all he had to throw to was D-Hop? And even when they took D-Hop away, Skip, he led the league in passing yards, and they didn't have D-Hop.
That is correct.
So it just lets you know the level of the talent. So for me, I think both places are great. But football-wise, New Orleans would be a better fit. As I mentioned, Michael Thomas comes back. He should be healthy. I like Callaway. I like Harris. I like Alvin Kamara. If you can get Armstrong back at the left tackle. Defensively, we know what the New Orleans Saints have. That would be the best landing spot for him. But he's going to get, look, Skip, Clemson, you go Clemson, you get booed on the road. Yeah, I get it. He's never going to face the vitriol for the rest of his career that he's about to face when he goes to visiting stadiums.
Yep.
He knows that. He understands that. I believe he has the makeup to withstand that and still perform at a very high level. So I say the New Orleans Saints.
He will hear a lot of massage jokes on the road. The one difference between, as you well know, football and basketball is when you get heckled in basketball, they're on top of you.
Yeah, they can hear.
And it's so quiet in there, you can actually hear every word they speak, right?
Yeah.
In football, a little different. There's more of a buffer. They're just so much farther away, and it gets noisier.
You got 70,000, 80,000 people. You really can't hear anything being. But Skip, they're going to have this sign.
They will.
You're going to have the women organizations picking it outside.
And when you're on the bench between series, when you're sitting on the bench, you will hear some hecklers in the first couple of rows. I got you on that.
Yes.
All right, so help me out on this. And I don't know if we can sort of quantify this, but it feels to me from a distance like Atlanta has an even bigger black community than New Orleans does. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's close, but Skip, you go to the games in Atlanta, I mean, just like in New Orleans, Skip, when they pan the crowd, you see what's in New Orleans.
I do.
But you pan the crowd in Atlanta, Skip, it's just something about Atlanta. They love their black heroes. Dominique Wilkins, Mike Vick, Hank Aaron. Boy, when you find a superstar, hey, and you see Quavo and Lil Durk, they pull out all the heavyweights. I'm surprised T.I., Luda, 2 Chainz.
I know.
Everybody probably been in the man DM or hitting him up on the phone. Bruh, we got you. Whatever you need, we got you here in the 8.
Which is exactly why, to me, the better fit, and I'm going more emotional than statistical, but the better fit is obviously the A, man. It's just he was born to play for the Falcons. And it feels good to me to even say it to you. It just feels like you just belong there. Because is he Michael Vick? He's a bit. Hey,
He's not the runner Vic
no,
is.
but you can argue he's a little better player overall, just a little better performer. I'm talking about the whole package.
Yes, but Skip,
Hey,
they're never going to forget the Michael Vick experience.
I know it. I know it. I've written about it. I experienced it via TV.
Yeah.
It was cannot miss. It was must-see TV.
Absolutely.
And we're blessed to have Michael on this
With
show
us, yes.
occasionally
As a
and on
teammate
this
of ours.
network.
Yes.
That is correct. And I get you, godlike. But Deshaun knows that because he felt it.
Yeah.
He grew up with it.
Yeah, he was a ball boy.
He was a ball boy. Okay.
Because Swanee is close to Gainesville.
It's close. And there's just something about the connection of the heart to that city and that stadium and that tradition that I just think he belongs in Atlanta. But I can't do it on paper because I'm with you, except for one name. And that name is Kyle Pitts.
Right.
We both loved him. I was in awe of Kyle Pitts.
If Calvin really didn't think he was a card shark or gambling,
I got it.
now I was like, hold on, Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts, they got a nice left tackle in Matthews, Jake Matthews. I was like, okay, Skip, ideally, he going back home. But Skip, they only have Kyle Pitts.
It's a lot to have, though.
But
it's a start. It's a big start. And he got off to a slow start last year, and it shocked me, but about midstream somewhere, he started to get a hold of it.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
He is, Skip.
And yet, he was the one who tweeted yesterday, out of the blue, it's about to get scary in Atlanta.
Right.
Twitter victim, maybe because then he quickly deleted it.
Yeah.
And then he finally said, let's relax and take a deep breath.
Right.
The issue is that he is represented by the same agency that represents Deshaun.
Right.
So connecting dots, everybody thought, you got inside information. It's a done deal.
Correct.
Deshaun is going to Atlanta.
Right.
And then he tried to pass it off as, he was suggesting he was actually talking about the signing of one Casey Hayward. That's about to get scary. Well, Casey Hayward went to the greatest school in America, Vanderbilt University.
I don't know about all that.
Yes, he did. And so I get it. If you sign a Vanderbilt player, you think it's about to get scary in Atlanta. But I don't think he was really talking about Casey Hayward.
But Skip, when you look at it, they lose Russell Gage to Tampa.
They did.
They got Zacchaeus, who had 31 catches last year.
Not bad.
Frank Darby was a 6th-round pick. He got 1 catch.
Okay.
Austin Trammell, undrafted rookie, who was on the practice squad.
No.
And their defense is 29th in scoring.
Okay.
Skip, I get it. Like you said, the A, he's from the A. They will embrace him like nothing he's ever seen before. I believe New Orleans would also do that, Skip.
They would.
But, Skip, at this point in time, Skip, I got to think about my career. I just left being Batman, Superman, whatever superhero you want to be.
I agree.
In Houston for the last couple of years. Skip, I don't want to do. I can do that, but I don't want to do that. I want to seriously win, and I believe New Orleans, the Saints, gives him the best opportunity. But if he went to Atlanta, he wouldn't be disappointed. He might not win as much initially.
He wouldn't. Because,
Skip, you're going to have to think about what you're going to have to get up to get him now. You're just not going to be able to keep everything, keep your draft pick.
But is Arthur Blank one owner of the few, the handful, committed to winning? I believe he
absolutely.
is.
Hell yeah.
I just believe he is.
Hell yeah.
I believe he'll spend whatever needs to get spent. Obviously, there's a cap, but a lot of guys won't spend what is required, right?
Yeah, Mr. Blank will spend.
And if you told me Sean Payton were still calling plays in New Orleans, I'd say, that's hard to turn down. But he's not.
Right.
And I like Dennis. I love Dennis Allen as a defensive coordinator, but it's different now. It's going to have a different feeling going forward, which is why Atlanta feels right to me.
Ms. Benson spent too.
Well, no, there's no doubt about that. But that organization, I'm still not sure they're going to get completely comfortable with Deshaun. I'm not sure about that. So let's.
Well, but here's the thing, Skip. You mentioned that. I mentioned Miss Benson. She's one of the 2 female owners. Well, 3. I think they 4 because Amy Adams, Detroit.
Yes, that's another good one.
The daughter took over for the mom.
Yep.
And then you got Miss McCaskey, Virginia McCaskey in Chicago.
Yep.
And you got this situation.
Okay.
She's signing off on this.
I got it.
So
I got it. Will she, in the end, in the very end, will she sign off?
Skip, the
Don't
mere
know.
fact, she had to have signed off because you already had to put a compensation package together to meet the requirements of the Houston Texans.
But it wasn't until yesterday, reportedly, that she actually sat with Deshaun and looked him in the eye.
Right.
So let's see how that plays out.
Right.
Here we go.
Very big decisions at hand for many different sides. The Saints did restructure 4 contracts yesterday, guys,
Man,
to clear
Sarah's
up
cap a
almost
joke,
$30
Skip.
million in cap space.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.